afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4.
It's Friday.
We don't even have the energy.
We made it. What a week this has been.
Indeed, and it's just about over.
And how about this weather change? You walked the dogs in shorts yesterday.
And someone pointed out today when I was walking the dogs, where are the shorts? Under the sweatpants.
Well, we'll see them again in June.
Yeah, absolutely. Topping our news today, well, it is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day.
Yes, happy Veterans Day, everybody.
And events were held throughout Wisconsin. We'll take you to a couple of them, including UW-Platteville, where they dedicated a Vietnam memorial.
As midterm week winds down, we're looking at how the results made history here in Wisconsin. Our Naomi Coles will be here to break it all down for us.
And President Biden speaks at his first International Climate Summit since Congress passed an historic investment in the fight against climate change. Speaking of change,
there go the leaves.
That's the weather today. Yeah, welcome back to November. 70 yesterday. What do we got?
35
30s today.
Yeah.
Gary Cadalti's in the backyard with the coat on.
With the coat, yeah. The days of coming out here in my just shirt are gone, I think, for a while. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. We actually had some sunshine for much of the day today. Clouds broke up about mid-morning, and now they're starting to come back in. But all in all, at least we had that to look at. And the precipitation is pretty much gone. Some lake effect snows on the south shore of Lake Superior, but the rest of Wisconsin is dry. High temperatures early this morning, 46 at midnight in Madison. Milwaukee was still at 64 degrees. Look where those temperatures are now. Lower 30s here in Madison, 31 degrees across Dane County, 32 in McFarland. We've got 32 degrees over in Belleville, and compared to 24 hours ago, that is a drop of almost 40 degrees. That is just significant. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy this evening. Temperatures holding nearly steady right around 30 degrees. And as we check out first warn traffic, one good thing here, not seeing too much of a problem on the area roads. Beltline right now, pretty good shape both directions, as well as I-39, 90, 94 on the east side of Madison. I-39 and 90 down toward the Illinois state line, I-94 toward Milwaukee, and US 12 into southeastern Wisconsin, moving near the posted speed limits as our I-39, 90, 94 up to the north, and US 151 through Dodge County. That is your news straight out first warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. We'll see you in a bit. As we mentioned, today is Veterans Day, where we pause to honor those who served in the U.S. military.
A ceremony was held this morning in the rotunda of the state capitol. Oh, is that beautiful? School kids from around the state singing this morning. Governor Evers highlighted what Wisconsin is doing to support our veterans. The governor joined people across the state in thanking Wisconsin's veterans for their service.
Folks, our veterans have given so much in service to our state and country, and they deserve even more help. Through our budget investments over the last few years, we've been able to address some of the challenges facing our veterans, but we can and must do more.
Governor Evers said the state has created a blue ribbon commission on veteran opportunity to solve some of the problems veterans face when they return home. Wisconsin currently has 300,000 veterans living in our state.
And the celebrations for those who served continued at UW-Platteville today. The university dedicated a new memorial for Vietnam veterans this morning. It's a memorial rock and plaque that bears the names of the 12 UW-Platteville students and alumni who were killed in action. The efforts to honor the fallen began about 5 years ago when retired U.S. Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel Mac Kohler, a 1969 grad of UW-Platteville, was researching and writing the stories of soldiers killed in war from his hometown of Fenimore.
But as I got into it and began to find records and find more information, I found that I was very involved in their personal story. That was complemented by the fact that I have talked to so many of the family members, and for the first time today, I'm actually getting to meet them and give them a hug.
Mac's vision for the future is there to be a QR code where students can pull up stories about the people on the plaque. And Veterans Day ceremonies were held across the country today,
including a Veterans Parade in New York City. Bradley Blackburn has more.
With a service member holding her umbrella, Vice President Kamala Harris laid a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery on a rainy Veterans Day. The ceremony was held without President Biden, who paid his respects from the UN climate talks in Egypt.
America's veterans and their families, survivors and caregivers, are the very spine and soul of the United States.
This Veterans Day marks the 40th anniversary of the dedication of the National Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall.
Standing at the wall, hand outstretched, we feel that the sacrifices of these 58,281 fallen Americans remain with us.
From Houston to Chicago to Baltimore, cities and towns across the U.S. honored the service and sacrifice of our military veterans.
Hey, fire!
In New York City, the United War Veterans Council held a ceremony followed by a parade.
I came to represent all the veterans, let them know that our country is with us.
A little rain can't stop what is the largest Veterans Day parade in the country. 20,000 marchers here on New York's Fifth Avenue, representing every branch of the military.
These guys, they give their lives.
101-year-old Dominic Citrelli flew in Europe in World War II.
What we did was worthwhile, and what we're trying to do is going to be even better.
Like many veterans, he says if he had to, he would do it again. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
There were over 16 million military veterans in the United States last year. That is according to the U.S. Census.
Well, as midterm week winds down, we're looking at how the results made history in Wisconsin.
History favored Republicans, so that makes Naomi Cole's next statistic that much more surprising. Naomi, the statistics aren't over yet. It's been a week full of statistics for you.
That's true.
But it is interesting as we continue to unpack this.
It really is. And you know me, I love stats, I love
Yes.
history. So the last time Wisconsin elected a Democratic governor while a Democrat president was in the White House, that was 60 years ago in 1962. That stretch ended on Tuesday night. This marks the 5th time overall in the last 32 governor elections here that Wisconsin elected a governor of the same party as the White House. For the chair of Wisconsin's Democratic Party, this marks a massive win after years of what he believes is out-organizing state Republicans.
This is an election that Democrats were supposed to lose across the board. National observers had written off our Senate race, and Mandela Barnes came within a point in the closest Senate race in the last century in the state of Wisconsin.
On this week's For the Record, I am talking with both Wickler and a Republican analyst about what went wrong and what went right in this cycle. That is Sunday, For the Record at 10:30.
And when talking what things went wrong for Democrats, what about the 3rd congressional seat?
The 3rd congressional seat is this big flaming. I've seen a lot of Democrats were upset about this around Wisconsin because what happened here, where Derek Van Orden won, Republican Derek Van Orden won by 4 more points in an incredibly close race against his Democratic opponent, Brad Pfaff. National Democrats pulled all of their spending, essentially. They completely ignored the race, and now as we watch the U.S. House of Representatives, the power, the political power is hanging in the balance right now. We still don't know who's going to control. All of a sudden, this race takes on a lot of importance. What Ben Wickler told me is he kind of called out, in our interview on For the Record, he kind of called out the National Party, and he's like, you know, I hope that they take away this lesson of what happened here in terms of, because again, National Democrats have a lot more they can do under campaign finance law in funding TV ads than the state Dems can do.
Very interesting. Is this going to be your whole For the Record, or what else can we expect this weekend?
There's a lot of political analysis. It is the end of a big election week, but hey, in happier news, so there's another local election coming up. We saw the Madison mayor. You can see it right now. Okay, the big surprise. I met Paul Soglin's dog.
What's the dog's name?
The dog's name is Edna. I was talking to Paul Soglin because of we just saw someone announce for the Madison mayoral race, so I went and talked to him about it. Edna kind of interrupted our interview there, as you can see. Beautiful
she likes
black.
You, Naomi.
Beautiful
she kind of just sat there. She was very quiet. She didn't disrupt our interview at all. But that was the highlight of my week. I don't know about y'all.
What kind of dog is she?
I don't know.
She's a big one.
I don't know. She's a big one.
Yeah. It's like a black lab, maybe?
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, I mean.
Bigger than that.
Yeah, and like with the long fur, so like one of the mountain type dogs. I don't know. I'm not a dog expert. I'm not going to.
Well, now it's definitely must-see TV.
But you have to tune in For the Record to watch Edna. That's a must.
We'll see you 10:30 Sunday morning.
See you then.
Thank you.
Well, days after the midterm elections, as Naomi was just explaining, control of Congress remains in limbo. Ballot counting continues in Georgia, where incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican challenger Herschel Walker are now sprinting toward a December 6th runoff. It's a seat that could determine which party controls the Senate.
They said we're in overtime. We're in overtime. I did warn y'all that we might be spending Thanksgiving together.
In Nevada, the race between incumbent Catherine Cortez Masto and Republican challenger Adam Laxalt has tightened as more votes get counted. In Arizona, elections officials in Maricopa County are still working through a record number of early ballots that were dropped off on Election Day. The race between incumbent Senator Mark Kelly and Republican Blake Masters is leaning Democratic. Right now, the U.S. House, according to CBS News, is leaning Republican.
Well, the 2022 Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign kicked off at Metcalf's Hilldale in Madison today. The goal this year, $500,000. The campaign runs through Christmas Eve at most grocery stores and pharmacies. There are over 60 locations in Dane County. This campaign is very important in the year-round function of the Salvation Army.
We have the only single women's shelter. We have the only emergency family shelter. And as temperatures get cold like they are today, you can only imagine how tough it would be if you're in your car or living on the street. So they're such a critically important part of what we provide in this community.
If you'd like to donate your time to the Salvation Army as a bell ringer, go to ringbellsdane.org and sign up. You can take shifts as little as 1 or 2 hours. All you have to do is ring a bell and be nice to people. I guess that eliminates me. A particularly controversial visit from a conservative commentator last month put UW-Madison into a frenzy.
You'll recall some were excited to hear Matt Walsh speak, but others said he didn't belong here.
It's that kind of debate the UW system wants to sort out, not only in Madison, but at every school in the state. Braden Ross explains how an announcement today is the next step down that path. Braden?
That's right. Today, UW System President Jay Rothman announced a system-wide free speech survey. It'll sample thousands of students at random, and it will start appearing in their inboxes on Monday. The survey aims to find out how students feel about free speech and self-censorship on campus. Rothman says he's committed to making students feel comfortable sharing their opinions, even if they aren't popular.
We want to understand what the climate is on our campuses around freedom of expression, around concerns around self-censorship, around students' understanding about whether or not they can have a civil dialogue, ask questions in good faith, and not be labeled.
The survey was originally scheduled to go out last spring, but was delayed after a UW Whitewater professor resigned over it. The free speech survey will close on December 14th, and results are expected to be available in January. Tonight at 5, we'll hear from a UW-Madison student who says a closer look at free speech is sorely needed.
We will see you at 5, Braden. Thank you. President Biden is in Egypt today to speak with foreign leaders about climate change. It is the president's first stop on an around-the-world trip. President Biden told those gathered in Sharm el-Sheikh for UN climate talks that the U.S. plans to lead the way globally in the battle to cut greenhouse emissions. This is the president's first international climate summit since the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act, which includes the largest single federal investment to fight climate change.
Thanks to the actions we've taken, I can stand here as President of the United States of America and say with confidence, the United States of America will meet our emissions targets by 2030. These critical steps are already locking in vital investments in our infrastructure, delivering lower costs for clean energy.
But overseas, the president is expected to face questions about how the U.S. plans to help low-income and developing countries pay for damages caused by richer countries' pollution and fund the transition away from fossil fuels. On Monday, the United Nations Secretary General issued a stark warning, saying the world was losing its battle against climate change.
Well, if you need another reminder that summer is over, tomorrow is the last farmers market on the square.
Yeah, we'll find out how the season turned out for the vendors and how you can still support them over the winter months when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
Ashley's Black Friday mattress preview sale is here. For a limited time, save big on Tempur-Pedic and Purple adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 60 months special financing and free delivery. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday mattress savings. Happening now at Ashley.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
Don't miss the 33rd Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 12th and 13th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
An official message from Medicare.
Often, things look the same. Exactly the same. Until you take a closer look. At Medicare.gov, you can easily compare Medicare plans and see the real difference. Find a plan that offers you more or saves money. Wouldn't that be nice? Plans change every year. So can your health. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Ashley's Black Friday preview sale is here. Save big on furniture doorbusters, now up to 58% off. Plus, 60 months special financing. No minimum and no money down. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday savings. Happening now at Ashley.
Welcome back. Americans are feeling worse about the U.S. economy.
That is according to the University of Michigan's surveys of consumers. Their preliminary index showed that consumer sentiment fell to less than 55% this month from 60% in October. The Federal Reserve is closely watching for shifts in consumer expectations to determine if inflation is becoming entrenched in the United States. If consumers believe prices will remain high, that could factor into decreased wage demands, which in turn could cause some businesses to raise prices.
Well, some good news for car buyers. New car prices are finally coming down a little bit. Analysts say cars are still mostly selling for more than manufacturer sticker prices, but not as high as they were previously. According to Edmunds, for the first half of the year, new car prices averaged $700 over sticker price. Now that's dropped to about $230 over sticker price, and some brands are now selling for below the MSRP, something that used to be norm but was scarcely seen in the past year amid supply chain issues.
The cryptocurrency market suffers another big loss. Today, the cryptocurrency exchange FTX announced it is filing for bankruptcy. Company officials issued a statement on Twitter saying that its founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, has resigned. FTX fell to pieces this week after a 3-day binge on deposits. It is the largest bankruptcy filing the crypto world has seen so far this year.
Meanwhile, on Wall Street, stocks added to the biggest rally since 2020. The Dow Industrials gained 32 points, ending the week at 33,747. The NASDAQ up 209 points, or almost 2%. The S&P 500 added 36. Well, it's a sure sign that the seasons are changing in Madison.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, isn't it? Tomorrow is your final chance to take a lap around the Capitol Square to enjoy the outside Dane County Farmers Market.
It's the last market of the square before it moves inside for the winter season. Rachel Figueroa is the assistant market manager for the Dane County Farmers Market.
Look at how bundled up you are today,
really,
Rachel.
Not really a farmers market attire, but so it is. How is the season this year?
It's been a great year. It's our 50th year, so it's been a really special time to finish our outdoor season. So we're excited to finish out this year strong and have one more outdoor market before we get the nice indoor climate. So
it's amazing how timing is perfect. You know, timing is everything. And in Madison, it never ceases to amaze me, no matter what the weather is. Rain, 20 degrees, people are at the farmers market to support our vendors. Is this traditionally when the market closes, or does the date vary year by year?
It's pretty traditional that we stay outdoors for the first 2 Saturdays of November, and then by the 3rd Saturday we typically move indoors.
And this market has gained a national reputation as the largest producer-only market in the country.
Yeah, it's a very special part of the Dane County Farmers Market. It means that everyone behind the booth actively participates in growing the food that they're selling you.
Yeah, it's a really special, it makes you proud about Madison, an event that really defines
And the
us.
background's spectacular, the state capitol.
Absolutely. Where does the indoor market move next weekend?
So November 19th, we are at Monona Terrace. You'll find us there throughout December as well, up until December 17th.
And is it the same vendors that are on the square?
Yes, you'll just find a bit fewer. You'll find over 60 of our DCFM vendors at our holiday markets.
So if people want to bundle up and head out tomorrow, how many vendors are going to be there? What will they be selling?
Well, last week when we had rainy weather, there were still 35. But I would expect tomorrow between 60 to 70 vendors.
For the big grand finale, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Do you have more vendors this year than you normally do? I know demand to get a spot on the square is always very high.
Actually, in years past, we've always had a wait list, but in years past, our wait list could extend up to 5 to 7 years waiting, but right now our wait list is only about 1 to 2 years of a wait.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's better than Packers tickets.
That's true. Yes.
All right. So what are the hours tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 6:15 to 1:45.
All right. Bundle up.
Yes.
One last chance.
One last time. Rachel, thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Well, earlier this week, we told you about a guy who ate a whole rotisserie chicken every day for 40 days.
Well, we wondered who he is and why he is doing this. Wonder no more. We'll get the skinny on this chicken eater coming up after Gary's chilly weekend forecast.
It's the Hy-Vee Red Hot Weekend Baking Sale this Friday through Sunday. A 4-pound bag of Hy-Vee sugar, only 99 cents. Hy-Vee butter, only $1.98. And Jif Creamy Peanut Butter, only $1.48. Scan the code, get deals. Only at Hy-Vee.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Fry Construction wants to thank you for once again voting us Best of Madison 3 years running with 27% off gutters or insulation. Your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best of Madison 3 years in a row. Experience the Best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Save 27% off gutters or insulation with any full roof replacement project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
The holidays can be a busy time of year. Well, I'm going to let you in on my gifting secret for a stress-free holiday season. Nothing says happy holidays like a gift you make yourself. Just add those personal touches to really make it special. And you don't have to be a professional to spread holiday cheer.
Gifting has never been easier with holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. With prices ranging from $1 to $20, they're available now at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Yum, yum!
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course! Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
How do you use your energy? Inspiring a spark of creativity? Working hard to reach your goals? Thinking outside the box to bring your vision to life? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
It's the Hy-Vee Red Hot Weekend Baking Sale this Friday through Sunday. 5 pounds of gold medal flour, only $2.97. Hy-Vee baking chips, 3 for only $5. And Hy-Vee marshmallows, only 98 cents. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
Well, take a look at this. Thousands of revelers in fancy dress celebrated in Cologne, Germany, as the city marked the start of the carnival season, which attracts tourists from around the world. Dressed in costumes ranging from clowns to wild animals, people danced to live music as the festival got underway. Traditionally, carnival is celebrated throughout cities in the Rhineland area, and it normally begins on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month and lasts until Ash Wednesday, the Christian holy day, which occurs 6 weeks before Easter. These people know how to party. What is that, 3 months? 4 months?
They do. Then they have another festival that starts like after Easter.
We should be in Cologne, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, 40 degrees colder today than yesterday.
Yeah,
That's Wisconsin
this is the time of year where these sorts of things happen, and a lot of times right around exactly this day, right, Armistice Day, as it used to be called. They'll talk about the Armistice Day storm of 1940, as well as our big temperature drop and what we can expect in just a few minutes.
So with a Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy.
Everybody knows that you need to glow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Get the PF Black Card for 0 enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th.
Don't miss the 33rd Annual Winter Art Fair off the Square, November 12th and 13th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Save 11% on items you need at Menards. Power your electronic devices with Energizer Max batteries. Pick up a 24-pack of AA or AAA batteries for just $14.99 after 11% off. Attract a wide variety of birds to your yard with Enchanted Garden Bird Food. We carry a great selection of high-quality blends to ensure only the best for your backyard friends. Get 11% off all Enchanted Garden Bird Food now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The upcoming holidays are hectic enough without having to worry about appliances breaking down. Family-owned Brothers Maine is having a Veterans Day sale featuring kitchen and laundry deals on GE appliances. The lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, hand-picked local Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all of the bells and whistles the national TV ads promise, only better because you're working
talking with local agents who know the doctors, specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that talking to a national call center wanting to check your zip code.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
So with a Planet Fitness Black Card, I'll get a post-workout glow like that guy.
Everybody knows that you need to glow.
And I get a free Amazon Halo to track my fitness and sleep.
Get the PF Black Card for zero enrollment, $24.99 a month, and get a free Amazon Halo View. Ends November 15th.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
On this Veterans Day, we're going to honor one of our own veterans. This is Major Greg Barnhart, our weekend morning meteorologist and midday meteorologist. Greg was a major in the Air Force and actually served in Afghanistan as well as Alaska and in California. So hats off to all of our military veterans today. Boy, we can't thank you enough. Mother Nature is not thanking us, though. These are current temperatures, and you can see them in the 20s and 30s. Compared to this time yesterday, that is almost a 40-degree temperature drop. In fact, 40-degree temperature drop in Dubuque, Iowa, here in Madison, down 39 degrees. That is just incredible. But this is the time of year where you can see those rapid temperature changes and storms spin up very rapidly in that type of environment. And on Armistice Day, back in 1940, the Armistice Day storm, which actually began 2 days earlier, hitting the Pacific Northwest. If you've ever seen the picture of the Tacoma Narrows suspension bridge collapsing in strong winds, that was actually the same storm system. It dropped down into Kansas and then headed northeastward. Now notice as we got into the morning hours, winds were out of the south. Temperatures were in the 50s and 60s over southern Wisconsin. Duck hunters went out for the holiday out on the Mississippi River, and then as the low pressure system swung by to the north and east, the winds shift around to the northwest. Temperatures dropped by about 30 or 40 degrees in just a few hours' time. And a blizzard was going on through northern Wisconsin into Minnesota and Iowa. Also, a number of ships were sunk in the Great Lakes. The intense winter storm, 50 to 80 mile-an-hour winds, up to 27 inches of snowfall in Minnesota, and over 24 duck hunters died because they froze to death on the Mississippi River from that storm. Now, just some lake effect snows up near Lake Superior as our storm from yesterday heads out. But 3 things you need to know: it's going to be cold this weekend, next week, and next weekend as well. Some flurries tonight into tomorrow morning, but maybe some light snow as we head into next Tuesday. We'll have to keep an eye out for that as we check out Future Track beginning Tuesday morning. Notice some light snow, maybe mixed with a little bit of rain. Not looking for a heavy snow here. And then on Wednesday, it just tapers down to some flurries and snow showers. And the Future Track computer models are indicating the potential for maybe an inch or two of accumulation at that time. Planning your night tonight, lots of clouds. Low 29 Belleville, 29 in Middleton, and 29 in Wanakee. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 28 for the Lone Prairie du Chien, 31 degrees in Janesville. For tomorrow, look for skies to be mostly cloudy. It'll be cold, maybe a couple of flurries in the morning. High temperature getting up to 35 around noon, and then those temperatures holding steady through the afternoon. 7 to 10 day forecast. Notice those temperatures, mid-30s pretty much through the middle part of next week. And again, that's no chance with maybe some minor accumulations on Tuesday. And temperatures turn even colder by the end of next week and into next weekend. Highs around 30 degrees with perhaps some snow showers Friday afternoon into Friday night, and windy, and highs only in the upper 20s by Saturday of next weekend. You guys don't have any comments about it?
No, we're speechless.
We're stunned into silence.
We are.
The cold probably got to you.
Well,
right?
it's November.
Right.
Isn't it inevitable?
Right, exactly.
Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, Philadelphia has a new legend, a guy who goes by the name Chicken Man because he was anything but chicken when it came to eating entire birds.
We told you briefly about this story earlier in this week, but Jeannie Mose gets under the skin of the whole story.
A guy who eats a chicken a day for 40 days deserves a chant. Eat that chicken! Eat that chicken! You'd look fed up, too, if you were feeding yourself an entire rotisserie chicken every day. Philadelphia resident Alexander Tominski documented his feat right down to the bones. The Philadelphia Phillies may have lost the World Series.
But Chicken Man really brought it home.
His fame grew online, and by the time leaflets appeared announcing he'd eat his 40th chicken on an abandoned pier, no wonder a crowd showed up. Chicken Man told the New York Times he lost 16 pounds over those 40 days. He got so sick of chicken, he started chewing it into pieces, then washing it down. Basically, I drank the chicken. The guy who shot this video described Chicken Man's technique.
Massaging the meat, fingering it, if you will, to make it easier to consume.
When bones were picked clean, Chicken Man held them up triumphantly, occasionally tossing them to the crowd. He even sang along to Springsteen's Streets of Philadelphia.
It's just you and me, my friend.
As he polished off the last bite, and then he hoisted the empty plate like an Olympic medal. Fans may say Chicken Man for president, but Chicken Man himself told the Times, "I'm happy that it's over. My body is ready to repair." For some Philadelphians,
it was as momentous and epic
as Rockies run up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. Though rocky is how Chicken Man's digestive system must have felt. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
But we haven't answered why.
Why did he do it? So that he could be a social media star?
Well, because he's on TV.
Look at the crowd at that thing.
He lost 16 pounds. There's 1,000 calories in a chicken. Now I want one.
I know, it did kind of make you hungry, didn't it?
All right, coming up next year Live at 4, we take a sneak peek at the Black Panther Wakanda Forever film.
And then coming up next hour at 5, Twitter is having a reckoning with itself after a controversial new verification system failed spectacularly. We'll tell you more about that coming up at 5.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
Day floor.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $600 on Beauty Rest mattresses. Queens start at just $399. Or get $200 in Steinhoffels cash and a $100 MasterCard rewards card when you upgrade to the redesigned Beauty Rest Black. More luxurious and comfortable than ever. And with Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing, your mattress just got more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Remember this? Forecasts are predicting an unreasonably cold and snowy winter. Now's the time to winterproof your home with USA Insulation. 35% more efficient than traditional insulation. Our foam in your walls keeps the cold air out and your warm air in. It's like putting a coat around your entire home. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
New at 5, UW system students are getting more say in their education as a new free speech survey is being launched. We explore how the schools will use that feedback.
Temperatures crashed last night with the passage of a strong cold front. Below normal temperatures are likely through this weekend and next weekend as well. Temperatures will certainly be cold enough for snow. I'll let you know if we can expect any at 5.
And ahead at 6, what does Twitter mean to you? Catherine Merck analyzes how Elon Musk's takeover is impacting the social platform. Tonight at 6.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison on this much cooler Friday.
The sun is starting to set.
Yeah, cold and dark. It's Friday.
Yes, it is.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever arrived in theaters today.
Rick Damigella has a preview of this highly anticipated sequel.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Black Panther Wakanda Forever became more than just a sequel after the unexpected passing of Chadwick Boseman.
We wanted to ramp it up by making it more culturally specific, more detailed, more personal. And even after Chadwick passed away, we stayed the course. I was speaking with him before he passed, and he was excited about the direction that the film was going in.
The actors and their characters had to process the dual loss.
I think it's the entire collaborative cohort's way of trying to process the confusion around this moment. The confusion around losing Chadwick and the confusion that comes from an unexpected loss.
We were dealing with a terrible tragedy of losing Chadwick and of course then losing T'Challa. And so that shift in the world, her grounding and wanting to protect it just amplified, though she still had her own grief to deal with.
And what is meaningful is the life that he lived. Everything that he showed us, everything that he taught us, every single day, even fighting in complete silence.
Show them who we are.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
People love the series.
Yes, we'll see what Will thinks on Monday.
Well, still to come at 4, it's called the Dirt Therapy Project.
The idea is to connect veterans to one another through mountain biking. We'll have that story when Live at 4 continues.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
Day floor. Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth? Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's power swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The power swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there, and I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used power swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with power swabs. You just snap snap, swab, and smile. Power Swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my Power Swabs and eliminate the staining.
When I use the Power Swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as Power Swabs.
Whiten your teeth this Thanksgiving by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, as we check out First Warn traffic, the view of the Beltline looking pretty good. This is at West Broadway. Traffic moving pretty steadily in both directions. The flex lanes are open. They're doing their job there, at least as far as the travel on the Beltline. Right now, no problems either direction. Just a little bit of a slowdown near Stoughton Road. Otherwise, traffic looking pretty good across southern Wisconsin. That's your news for now, First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Divers from a documentary crew looking for the wreckage of a World War II aircraft off the coast of Florida found a 20-foot section of the Space Shuttle Challenger, which exploded and broke apart shortly after its launch in 1986. Footage recorded in May showed the divers finding the section of the shuttle and removing sand from it. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson said, quote, "This discovery gives us an opportunity to pause once again to uplift the legacies of the 7 pioneers we lost and to reflect on how this tragedy changed us." It's quite a discovery. They're not sure if they're going to recover it or not, or just leave it.
Oh, interesting.
Well, as we celebrate all those who have served and sacrificed this Veterans Day, we're taking a look at a group with a mission to connect veterans through adventures in mountain biking.
It's called the Dirt Therapy Project. It's a nonprofit started by a retired Marine. It aims to restore the unique sense of camaraderie that former service members often miss and help heal some from the wounds of war.
Omar Villafranca caught up with these weekend warriors in the Texas Hill Country, and it was all downhill from there.
Army veteran Travis Strong is no stranger to heart-pumping action. From skydiving to skiing to surfing. Strong says he's always been a bit of a daredevil, but after surviving a life-threatening battlefield injury, he now just wants to show himself and others that anything is possible.
November 27th of 2006 was when it actually happened. We were just doing a night mission. It kind of started off really weird, quiet.
Strong was on his second deployment to Baghdad when a roadside bomb tore through the armored vehicle he was riding in.
It took my right leg off instantly, and my left leg was kind of really mangled. But I didn't feel any pain. I didn't know I was even hit at that point in time. And then everything just started to go black. I can feel myself just like draining out, like my life's just draining, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die, like I'm dead.
Doctors at a field hospital were able to save his life, but not his legs.
At that time, I was just trying to think of what my life would be like without legs, and just trying to figure out what can and what can I do, you know?
The cans now far outweigh the cannots. Strong even hopes to summit Tanzania's Mount Kilimanjaro next year. But today, he faces a slightly smaller peak, hitting the trails on this adaptive suspension trike.
So this is going to be your first time coming down the mountain?
Yes.
What are you expecting?
Just have fun. Go down.
The trike was loaned to him by a nonprofit started by another combat veteran, Jonathan Hagerman.
I grew up in a military family. My dad was Air Force, and so it was always kind of something that I knew I wanted to do.
After 4 years of service, including a deployment to Afghanistan, Hagerman returned to civilian life and went back to school.
What were you missing after you left the Marines?
Man, that's a tough question. You build these bonds and these friendships that you can't make anywhere else. For 4 years, I had been on active duty. Every single day I woke up, I knew what I was going to wear. I knew where I was allowed to go. And then you separate, and it's like, oh, go do whatever you want. what is it that I want to do?
After a few months of seeing the stress-relieving benefits of this outlet on wheels, Hagerman started the Dirt Therapy Project. The mission? Helping other veterans heal and connect through biking. The organization's first annual Veterans Day event brought 150 veterans together in Texas, including Strong and his girlfriend Brittany, a 2-year Army vet and competitive biker who couldn't wait to hit the downhill dirt.
What are you expecting on this mountain?
0 to 100 with him. He'll probably do stuff where we're all going to go, what the heck just happened? That's him.
So the brakes are not going to get any use with him?
No, probably not.
When you're racing or when you're going down a hill, does it give you something that you can't get anywhere else?
A sense of freedom, because pretty much you're equal to everybody up there on the mountain. You can pretty much do anything that they can do.
That was so sick.
This helps me as much as it helps anybody who comes out to ride with us. I'm becoming a better version of myself alongside other folks who are doing the same thing.
I like to lead by example and show what's possible instead of telling other people, hey, do this, when you're doing it too, and they can look at you and go, well, I've got no excuse now.
What a great idea.
No fear there.
Happy Veterans Day to my dad and all veterans who serve.
Absolutely. Well, the final check your forecast coming up.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
Day floor. As falling leaves give way to snow, Midwestern winters bring rough weather and high energy bills. Feldco's here to help with our biggest sale of the season. 50% off windows, no money down, and no interest until 2024. Winter's right around the corner, and the clock is ticking.
50% off windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
For the first time in nearly 60 years, Wisconsin elected a Democratic governor with a Democratic president in office. Naomi Coles speaks with the party chair, Ben Wickler, about the victory.
And on the heels of protests, the UW system launches a free speech survey. That's coming up next.
A small community's big tribute to its veterans.
I think to me the wall says, as a Vietnam vet, welcome home.
Leah Linscheid shows you how students in her hometown of Highland helped bring a school project idea to life for their village. Monday at 10.
Temperatures are about 40 degrees colder right now than they were at this time yesterday. 31 right now in Madison, 33 in Edgerton, 32 in Cross Plains. And these temperatures will drop into the upper 20s overnight. We'll be right back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
At TSR, we transform your old, beat-up concrete into a beautiful, durable surface in one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings. We specialize in garages, patios, pool decks, basements, and more. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We start by grinding it down, then we apply the base coat and chip and seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. Our coatings are beautiful, durable, ridiculously easy to clean, and are backed by our exclusive lifetime warranty. Our in-house team is ready to answer any questions that you have before and after the install. And right now on all projects, we're offering 15% off. Call the number shown below or visit our website for your new floor today.
Day floor.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, it's been a long election week, and a lot of people need to de-stress.
We have just the thing for that. Louie and Oliver present this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, a pint-sized pony.
You are getting very sleepy.
And a species comes back from extinction.
But first, the Columbus Zoo doesn't have a lock on cute baby hippos. The Dallas Zoo has welcomed a little one to its population, born the day before Halloween. Zoologists aren't sure yet whether the baby is a boy or a girl. They say mom and baby are doing well and have been bonding behind the scenes, while dad Gus and half-sister Adana spend time in the habitat. The newborn won't be on public display for several more weeks.
An Indiana zoo is celebrating the successful breeding of some rare Quechuan peccaries. These wild pig-like animals were thought to be extinct until a colony was discovered in Paraguay in the 1970s. The Potawatomi Zoo is welcoming 2 peccary babies called pecklets born this week. Breeding programs like this one offer hope for survival of the species. Zoo officials say in just 6 months, the babies will be as big as their parents.
On the streets of Madrid, sheep replaced cars as shepherds led their flocks through the center of the Spanish capital. Locals and tourists lined the route and watched as thousands of sheep were herded through the city, the bells around their necks making a noisy soundtrack to this centuries-old tradition. The annual event, which started in 1994, allows shepherds to use traditional routes to herd their livestock from northern Spain to the more southerly pastures for winter grazing.
Finally, meet Pumuckle, a Shetland pony measuring a mere 16.9 inches high and weighing only 77 pounds and probably one of the cutest things you've ever seen. His owner is hoping the little guy will make it into the Guinness Book of World Records as the world's smallest pony. According to the Shetland Pony Club, a small or miniature Shetland pony should weigh around 264 pounds. When Pumuckle isn't having breakfast in his owner's kitchen or in the paddock with other ponies, he tours kindergartens and senior citizens' homes as a therapy horse. Whether Pumuckle is in fact the world's smallest pony will only be known in a year or so when he's 4 years old and therefore enough to be considered for entry into the Guinness Book. The current record holder is 3 inches taller than Pumuckle, so he's got a good shot at the record.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update. That is you're right. That is the cutest thing I've seen in a long time.
We'll leave you with that. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here on Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.